Hi, this is Ainsley, and welcome back to Severn That's Wrap Interviews. Today I'm here with
Elliot.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
Okay, awesome. Just going to ask you a few questions. First one, how long have you been here at Severn?
I've been here since 6th grade.
Awesome. So 7 years?
Yep.
Yeah, wow. And how would you say your life has revolved around school besides the 7 hours we have to be here each day?
I would say that I spend a lot of time studying and doing homework. I take AP Spanish and AP Bio this year, so a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Is that the biozones? Oh, my gosh.
The biozones.
They seem horrible. I couldn't possibly. Well, yeah, that's definitely a lot. Okay, next question. Who would you say has been your favorite teacher throughout all your years at Severn?
I would have to say Mr. Otero because he's my advisor, and even though we've had our issues with track season, he's always been there for me, so probably him.
That's nice. What clubs have you been involved in, and what made you interested in joining them?
I actually started my own club. I started Mindfulness Club. So we've been doing a lot of meditation for that. Right now it is run by Tyler Ronaldo, who is the co-founder, and I'm kind of backing away from it.
Passing the torch kind of vibe,
yeah. And then I also was the leader of Film Club, where it's not like making our own films, it's watching movies. Yeah, and doing Cahoots. So I was the leader of that too, and that kind of fell through. I don't even know if it still exists anymore.
I remember it used to be a big thing, everyone would choose what movie to watch. I miss it. Okay, and in your opinion as a senior, do you think it's ever too late to join anything that you're interested in?
I don't think it's ever too late, honestly. I think the one thing that it might be too late for is sports, just because if you're joining, there's already that culture, an environment that's been placed without you there. So if you're kind of joining late, you might not be in that same cliquey friend group of the main group.
Okay, I know this is kind of tricky, but if you had to choose, what was your favorite moment of your high school experience?
I would have to say Spirit Week, senior year Spirit Week specifically.
Lots of people have said that. Yeah.
I think it was fun to watch the freshmen and the sophomores and juniors and how they did on stage compared to how we did, especially after our freshman year experience for Sing for Your Supper. So just seeing how we evolved and then looking at the freshmen and being oh, theirs is really bad. But then knowing that we were once there is kind of funny. And then obviously just the atmosphere, I like the tug of war and getting to dress up and having our own jerseys with our number on it. I think the theme was also really helpful this year.
It was
the Super Bowl theme made the whole experience better.
Is there one thing that you would have changed about your experience?
I probably wouldn't have taken AP Physics. But
valid.
Other than that, I mean,
just a tricky class.
Yeah, a tricky class, and I didn't need the other AP, so it was just a lot of added on stress.
What is one decision you made at Severn that changed your interest or positively impacted you?
Probably joining soccer. Just, I think less of joining it freshman year, because I always knew that I wanted to have a sport, and then needing to do a sport in Severn.
The requirement.
Yeah, the requirement is obviously part of it, and that's the sport that I play club for, so it makes sense. Mm-hmm. But I think continuing it into senior year after Albert Oni left, and now it's Dennison, a new coach who I don't necessarily get along with, but having that, being able to continue and push through and be able to fill out what I was supposed to do, I guess.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Nice that you stuck with it, fulfill last year. Yeah. This could be big or small, what is your greatest contribution that you've made to Severn?
Probably starting the Mindfulness Club, I think. The addition to a new club, and then obviously seniors especially taking naps in commons and falling asleep, just being so done, especially towards the end of the year. I think that having that space or club where you are allowed to sleep and it's actually beneficial, and you're doing it in a way that helps rest your body and then get you energized for later rather than just sleeping. So I would say that's my biggest contribution, I think.
I agree. I mean, taken my fair share of naps
Same.
this year.
Same.
Do you think Severn has promoted a projected career path for you?
I was always interested in the medical field. My mom being the nurse, I think I don't know. I was interested in biology to begin with, but I think the bio teachers, although there are hard bio zones, made it like I'm still interested in it.
Yeah.
They haven't
Make the struggle worth it.
Right.
Kind of. So you play soccer, right?
Yes.
So can you talk a little bit about the community here?
Yeah, Severn has always had a good culture within their sports. The bus rides, just everyone not only being a team, but being friends.
Mm-hmm.
Given our school being a small school, having that JV and varsity teams still have that connection because we're such a small school, I think was helpful because then the transition from JV to varsity, although I didn't have to go through that, was easy for those JV players to still be connected with the varsity players because they were already there. The culture I think at Severn for sports is better than a lot of other schools.
That's nice. Never get to experience that. Can you tell me what you remember from your first day of school at Severn?
I don't remember specific events, but I do remember the feeling of being at a different school and being with other academically focused kids, because I came from a public elementary school, so that shift to actually having homework and actually needing to participate in class was definitely different and a little
tricky.
stressful.
Yeah, I was in the same boat. I came from public elementary school. It definitely was a bit of a struggle at first. Okay, Keegan and I love music, so we have to ask, do you have either a favorite artist or favorite song or something that's been consistent throughout your 4 years here?
I don't know about consistent throughout my 4 years. I've always loved country music because my mom would listen to Y2 Country whenever I was in the car little. So I've always loved country music. Although not a country artist, my favorite artist is probably Alec Benjamin.
I don't know who that is.
And I don't have a favorite song that I can think of off the top of my head. I like a lot of them.
Okay, how do you think our senior class community has changed since you first got here?
It's definitely less cliquey.
For sure.
100%. I think I can talk to anyone in any group and not feel pressured or feel it's weird or I'm stepping out of my space.
Yeah.
Whereas I think freshman year, if I were to talk to some kids who weren't in my group, it would just be looked at as weird. And then again, because we're such a small school, it would then be talked about and it just became a big thing that didn't need to become a big thing. So I think Spirit Week actually helped with this.
I agree.
Is come together as one class and not individual groups of people.
Totally agree. That was a great answer. Okay, final thing. Do you have any shout outs or anyone you want to thank?
Well, I want to thank my mom, obviously, for letting me go down to her office and sleep there when I needed to before Mindfulness Club was created. And obviously my parents for getting me into this school. And then Otero for pushing me and being there for me at all 8 a.m.s every day for the past 4 years.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.